Facebook, what's up? What's up? It's your boy Jay Richards here. You are tuned in to another episode of Jay's Spot, episode 16 to be exact. I'm gonna give it a little time, some time for people to, get on and tune in. I was having a little problems getting on to go live actually, but I'm here. I'm finally here. But tonight's topic that we're going to talk about is why these thoughts, and I did say thoughts, why these thoughts stay winning and wifed up while the classy women stay single. Like, what's really going on with that? Like guys don't, want a good woman anymore. Like, they just rather these easy chicks that, they don't got to put no work in to get. They just come easy. So we're going to talk about that tonight to see, like, what's going on. Like, what the thoughts doing that these good, classy, great women not doing. Like, what's going on? So for all those when you tune in, at the bottom of your screen, like I say every week, if you could just click that share button and, we share this to your Facebook wall and, have people tune in and check out the episode. So that's where we at with this topic tonight, this episode. Why these thoughts are winning and getting wifed up while the classy women stay single. Because, I thought classy women was in. I thought those women would never get played out or never get, like I thought they would just always stay in style. But it's like now, like the thought winning, like thoughts really coming in. They taking your man, your husband, your boyfriend, whatever. They really coming in and they doing damage and breaking homes up. Brown, salute. Thank you for tuning in, brother. Thank you. As always, I appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in, my brother. Yeah, so like for the last couple of years, like that's really been coming in and wrecking shit and doing them. And some thoughts, they come do their damage and they leave, and then you got some thoughts they come do their damage and stay, and then they get wifed up. When the man, could have probably already had a significant other, already could have had a wife, but then next thing you know, that wife come in. That thought come in and she just wreck everything. She comes in and her motive is to destroy, and that's what she do. So it's like, what is the good women doing that these thoughts aren't doing? What are the good women not doing? I should say, sorry. Like, what they not doing? Like, why these thoughts coming in and taking over? Now, for me personally, with some thoughts, like Cherries, what's up? Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. I see you, cousin. I see you. Like some thoughts, like they come, they just come and be like, yo, I know you got a girl. I know you got a wife. I don't care about all that. Yeah, like, I don't care about all of that. Like, I'm just here to, for us to do us. You could go back to your wife, whatever. But then when a situation like that comes, the dude, let's be real. Some dudes, they're gonna be with it, and then some, they might be like, nah, I'm with who I'm with. I'm not leaving her. I'm not breaking my vows, whatever. And, they push that to the side. But then you got some dudes, they like, yo, wifey won't know, or my girl won't know, or I'm going to just rock out with shorty. But then you rock out with her. The next thing you know, you develop these feelings for this thought, and then the feelings you once had for your main girl, like your wifey or your significant other, them feelings not there anymore. Because now they all invested into the stock, and the stock is doing everything that you like, and you with the stock. Salute, Scott. Salute. That's true. What one won't do, the other will. That is absolutely true. And it go vice versa, like what men, like what one man won't do, the next man to do. And then that man lose his shorty because, she's not going to stick around. She's like, no, he ain't doing anything. So I'm out the door. So it go both ways. But these thoughts though, like they really, like I ain't even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie. Like it's about maybe these thoughts been winning for like a good 5-6 summers. For like a good 6 summers. Because like they come in, they know what it is already. They know you got a shorty, a wife, whatever, significant other, someone you dealing with. They know all that already. So they like, oh, I don't gotta spend all my time with him. I could just go sex him. We go out to eat, this, that, and the third. And the next thing you know, that man is not paying his girl or his significant other any attention anymore. All of his attention is to the thought. And the thought, she got you because she's going to do all the things that your main girl is not doing. Let's be real, fellas. If you in situations with your girl and then this thought come around, you're going to tell the thought like, yeah, yo, my girl, she not doing this, she not doing that. Like I don't know what to do with her, but yo, we've been together for so many years. So now that thought is taking in that information, I think you're telling her, and then she's going to do all the things that your main girl ain't doing. And then that's going to leave you to be like, yo, I'm out the door. Like, yo, this thought, she's doing all the things that I wanted my main girl to do. Like, forget that. I'm going with the thought. But it's sad because it's like they say, you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. And that's where a lot of fellas get messed up at. Because they feel because this girl is doing tricks, in the bedroom, they feel that this chick, because this chick is, doing all the things that the main girl ain't doing, they automatically get sidetracked. And then they like, yo, I'm gonna wife this girl. But then at the end of the day, you're gonna wife her for how long? She's only gonna be, good for a short period of time. The next thing you know, she's gonna go back into her thought ways, or she's gonna go back into her hoeing ways. Next thing you know, you wifed her, but now you gonna get played because how she got you, the next man is gonna get her from you. So it's like, it's really like, is it worth it? Like, is it really worth cutting off a girl you developed a chemistry with? Like your main girl who you developed a strong chemistry with. Y'all have a bond. Y'all have a foundation. Y'all just connect. You gonna cut her off to just go with to the thought girl just because she's doing all these tricks that your main girl ain't doing? Now, granted, fellas want a woman that could do, whatever, almost any and everything in the bedroom. We all know that. We ain't gonna sugarcoat that. We know that. So like if a thought girl come along and she's doing shit your girl ain't doing, that right there, the main girl lost the battle because this thought girl is doing all the things that the main girl ain't doing. I feel media, videos, morals, and values that have been shifted in people's household. It's not like in our grandparents' days when you had to court with a woman or really go on numerous dates to win a woman's heart. Anything that is easy, a man will gravitate to. Thoughts win because of sex mostly. A thought is easy prey. That's true. That is absolutely true. And I believe in the old ways. I believe in those. Like, you go take the girl out on dates. You try to, win her heart. Like, the old fashioned days, you go on dates. All that don't go on anymore. All of that do not go on anymore. People just automatically leave they shorty, they go to the thought girl, and then they thinking that's where home is. Like, no, the same way you got her, the next dude will come along and take her from you. So you just left a guaranteed home to go run with a thought chick for like what, a year or two or a couple of months? Like, that's not winning in my eyes. That's really not winning. That is not winning. Most of these so-called hoes is looking for love. You never know. I mean, B2B, you right. Most of these hoes, they are looking for love. But I feel once a hoe, once a thought, always a hoe, always a thought. I could be wrong on that theory, but that's how I feel. That's how I feel. And I personally know people who wife thoughts, and it lasted for like a couple of months to a year, maybe 2 years. The next thing you know, you see them again, like, yo, how you and Shorty? Yo, she went back into her hoe ways. Yo, she da-da-da. I had to kick her to the curb. And it's like, you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. Or you can't turn a thought into a housewife. So you basically ruined your own home because you left a for sure home to go to something that was temporary. And that's what men mess up at. They leave something that's guaranteed for temporarily. And that's crazy. And it's crazy because now we're approaching summer. We're in spring right now. We're approaching summer. We all know how thoughts do. They come out with the scandalous outfits on. They come out with the half naked clothing. They just throw themselves on you, and you got a girl or you got a wife, and you see her, you like, yo, she bad. But in your mind, you know she's a thought. You know she's a thought. But then once she throw it at you, once she throw the pussy at you, it's like, yo, don't I got a girl? But you don't care about that anymore because she's doing all the things that your girl ain't doing or your wife ain't doing. And then look, the thought got you. You got sidetracked for what? 20 minutes of pleasure when you had a whole family home. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot to think about. And it's crazy because like Brown said, like social media plays a big part with these thoughts, because we all know, we look at all these IG models, all these IG, whatever they are on IG, they dressed half naked, they doing scandalous stuff, and we looking at them and we like, yo, my girl ain't doing that. My girl don't dress like that. My girl don't do tricks like that. And then social media, like, it gets in our brain, and then we forget about the good women. We forget about the good women, the women that will cook, the woman that will clean, the woman that will make sure you're fed. Like, baby, you hungry? You want me to cook something? Baby, you want me? I'm gonna clean the house. This, that, and third. These thoughts ain't doing that. All these thoughts are here for is pleasure. That's it. Point blank. Period. They're just here for pleasure. That is it. And it's sad that fellas, it's sad that they let that get in their head. It's sad that they let that little bit of pleasure get in their head, and then they lose a good woman to go with some thot girl who ain't gonna cook, who ain't gonna clean, who's always ordering takeout, who's always heating up microwavable dinners and calling that dinner. Like, it is crazy. It is crazy. Because how you calling that? How you a thot? And you just took this man from his home or whatever the case may be, but you're heating up microwavable dinners and you calling that dinner? And then the man, like the fool, he left a good woman who was cooking, who was cleaning, who was doing everything that a wife is supposed to do, or a devoted girlfriend is supposed to do, to go to a thot girl. Like, I'm a man myself, but a lot of men out here are really, they backwards. They are really backwards. I don't think guys win with thoughts because it is mostly temporary. You only win if a relationship lasts and stands strong. A relationship built with the thought is just like The story told to little kids about three pigs being chased by a big bad wolf. The relationship is built with straw, and every relationship is going to be faced with problems. A problem is just like the big bad wolf, and the problem will crumble the relationship because a relationship has to be built strong. Most athletes, entertainers, relationships don't last with fast groupie thought women. Yeah, they don't. But these athletes, that's what they gravitate to. Sad to say. That's why I salute the athletes who came into the game, whether it was basketball, football, soccer, whatever. I salute them that came into the game with whether their old high school sweetheart, their old college sweetheart. Like they came in with their old girlfriends. They didn't come in, got big, and then was like, yo, I'm gonna go get me one of these groupie chicks and then wife these groupie chicks. That's what a lot of athletes mess up in the game, as well as celebrities. They get big and they like, yo, I want that girl like that slim with the Coca-Cola bottle shape, the long Brazilian hair. But all of that is on the outside. You don't know what that girl could do behind closed doors. You don't know if that girl could cook. You don't know if that girl will make sure you're fed. You don't know if that girl will support your in depth with anything that you're doing. You don't know these things. But you're after them because of what you see on the outside. On the outside. Now, we all came across our share of thought women. Like I said, I would never sugarcoat anything up here on my episodes. But I came across thought women. I have friends who came across thought women. The difference between me and my friends, I didn't leave a girlfriend to go to them thought women. Some of my friends, they left their girl to go to them thought women, and like Brown said, it ain't last too long. It was just temporary. It was just temporarily. And that's what guys like are messing up, because they automatically feel it's gonna last with this thought girl. It's not gonna last with her. Yeah, you might have a little nice run with her. You might go a little year, 2 years, maybe 3 years with her. But then she gonna get back into her old ways. And then when y'all break up, y'all go through whatever, you can't go back to that great woman that you once had. Now, if that great woman that you once had take you back, so be it. She take you back. Like, she probably wasn't dealing with anyone, and she take you back. She give it another run. But some great women, they ain't gonna take you back. They're gonna be like, you left me, kicked me to the curb to go chase after like easy pussy. Like, come on. Where they do that at? But a lot of men, they really wife and thought women. A lot of men. And it's sad, but to each his own. But my problem that I have, and how this episode came about, is so many good women out here who are single. And they coming across the men that's lying, that's cheating on them, that's treating them like shit, that's using them, that don't want nothing serious with them. And those are the women that are really single, that's really praying night and day to the Lord, like, just send me a good man, send me a good soulmate, send me someone for me. When you have these thought women out here, they have no problem getting a man because they're thoughts. And they're the ones that's getting wifed. Like, when I was coming up with this episode, a friend of mine, she was telling me, she was like, yo, I think that's going to be a good episode. Speaking of that, she would try to tune in, but she has to work tonight, but she said she would try to tune in. But she was like, that'll be a great topic, because, I've been single for like 4 years. And I was like, you've been single for 4 years? Because I remember one dude she used to talk to, whatever, but it was a while ago. But she said she's been single for 4 years. And she's like, it's so sad that the women nowadays, like, they don't even have to put in no type of work. All they gotta do is just flirt with the guy, throw themselves at the guy, and then, the guy running to them. She was like, I remember, back in the days, like, you give a guy a run for his money. You give that guy, like, a little run. You put him out there to be like, all right, you want to take me out? Okay, we could go out. We could go out a couple times, this, that, and the third. Now it's like people not going out anymore. Well, Thots not going out anymore because they got the dude. That's one. They took the dude from the guy's home or whatever the case may be, and they not putting in no type of work. It's like it just comes easy. It just come easy. And I was telling her, my friend, I was like, yo, it's sad. It's sad in a big way because for me, I remember I had to work to try to get a girl, like a certain girl I wanted. Like it wasn't easy because, like they say, anything that come easy ain't gonna last. Anything that come easy ain't gonna last. So I'd rather put in that hard work and effort and build something with that woman, so I could say I have something. Like we both could say we have something we could hold on to. Because let's be serious. You ask a thought, what's your birthday? She probably don't even know your birthday. You ask a thought, what do you like to do? She probably don't remember that. But you ask a good woman, she could tell you your birthday. She could tell you all the things you like to do. She could tell you the food you like to eat. It's so much these good women could tell you and do for you that these thought women can't do. But these are the women that dudes are gravitating to and they wifing. These are the women. These are the women. And it's like, when is the old-fashioned love gonna come back? Like when everything was just pure and everything was real. These relationships nowadays, like, honestly, they're jokey relationships because everything is social media. That's one. Everything. You go out to eat, you go out to do something with your significant other. Oh, selfie. Oh, Snapchat. Oh, Instagram. Now, we all know back in the days, all of that wasn't even invented. We didn't know anything about all this Snapchat and this Instagram and all that. Back then, what we had AOL, or we had on Messenger or chat line or things of that nature. But now how technology is working, it's like these new age technologies are taking over. Because now, if you notice, and I know everyone can relate to this, when you go out with a girl or a guy, whatever, if you look around in the room, everyone is mostly on their phone instead of enjoying the conversation with the person that they're with. Now, granted, it's okay to check your phone, check the time. If you have children, maybe they text you, you check, be like, oh, okay, the kids are fine, they're good. But to be on your phone the whole date while you're with someone, like, that's to show you that this world is backwards. Because back in the days when cell phones wasn't popular like that, when camera phones, let me put it that way, when camera phones weren't popular like that, you couldn't be taking no selfie picture and posting it online. All that stuff wasn't even invented yet. It was in the works, but it wasn't invented. But now everything is social media. Social media. And then it's also crazy too because it's like for Thots, all you got to do is just have a nice body, and you just say, I'm a model. You get a guy to take a couple of pictures of you, you post it online, and then in your bio, you're saying you're a model. Like, really? Like, all of a sudden you're a model now just because you have a nice body, nice face, nice features already you're a model? Now, granted, some women get lucky like that and they become models or some women get lucky and they get the right dude to take pictures of them, and then next it gets into the right hands, and then they build up their foundation. Some people are lucky like that. But then some, they don't go through that. They work their way to the top. And what I mean by work their way to the top, they try to get with all the ballers or all the party promoters They start screwing them, and the next thing you know, they're like, "Oh, just pass me around." And next thing you know, they getting passed around, all right. And then that's how they're getting popular. And then every time they go into a party, the dudes see her, "Oh, that's shorty that was on IG, da da da, this, that, and the third," not knowing she sexed her way to the top to get to where she's at. And then you have these other women out here who are real models who are not going to sell their soul and not going to give it up easy and not get passed around. You have them women that are struggling to make it to the top. Like, is this what the game comes to? Because if this is what it is, I don't want to have no relations with a thought. Like, yeah, she thought, yeah, she's something easy for that moment. But if you're single, you want to go that route, then okay, go ahead. But if you have someone in your life, in your corner, don't leave a happy home to go to a struggling home. Like, don't do that. And a lot of men out there mess up like that. The old saying is the grass is greener on the other side, but because of Thots getting a lot of attention and it appears that they are winning, it compels or may encourage good women to want to be a thought or be fast or be loose. A woman wants attention, and many may change and truly not be themselves in order to get the attention from a man. So many women may try not to be classy anymore because they are not getting the attention they deserve. That's true. I'm glad you brought that up, Brown. That's true. I know some women too who were once classy and they degraded themselves because they see Thots are winning. Like, I'm honest. I know good women who were once classy and they were like, "Yo, what's the sense of being a good woman? Like, these Thots are winning, so I might as well do the same thing." But it's like, you don't need to degrade yourself just because these Thots are winning at that point in time. Nothing lasts forever. We all know that. Nothing lasts forever. So yeah, they're winning at that point in time. Yeah, they're winning for like a good couple of years, but they're gonna get used out. They're gonna get used out. So the good women shouldn't lower their standards or their morals just to fit in with these Thots. No, that's not okay. Because if you're a good woman and you got good character and morals and principle, a good man is going to see that from a mile away and he's going to wife you. It just might take a long time, for that man to see you or find you. But once you keep your morals and everything, your principles and what you stand for, and you don't bend or fold, that good man is going to come along. Now, everyone wants to be, in a relationship. Everyone wants to be, they just want to be in a relationship so bad. So bad. They just want to fit in with everyone else. But sometimes that's not the way to go. Sometimes, like, that rushing stuff before God's timing is not the way to go. And myself personally, I'm living proof of that. I rushed a relationship and it wasn't the relationship for me, but at that time I was younger, so I'm like, yo, I just want to be with someone. So yes, I settled. The big mistake of my life, I settled, but you can't cry over spilled milk. And I know a lot of women out there as well as men could agree and say, yeah, they settled, but you learn from your mistakes. Now, if you make the same mistake twice, then that's on you. But someone like me, I'm gonna learn from my mistakes. Any mistakes I make in life, I'm gonna learn from them and learn not to make those mistakes again. Not gonna make those mistakes again. Now, I'm gonna up it up a little turn the notch up a little. You have some thoughts. Now, the man to know this woman, this thought, is not capable of being around a kid, let alone, leaving your kids with this thought. You have some men out there that do that fuckery. I call it fuckery. Like, this girl can't take care of herself and you're going to leave your kids with her. And then she's doing God knows whatever under the sun if you're not in the house around the thought. And I'm saying all that to say this because someone, not a close friend, but an associate, I would say, he left his son with his girl. She was a thought, and like, I don't know, like it's just crazy because she didn't pay that boy no type of attention, didn't feed him or anything like that, but the dude thought she was a good woman. She's a thought. How do you figure she's a good woman? Like, it's bugged out. Like, how you figure she's a good woman? Like, I don't sugarcoat anything, but men need to, us men, I'm not going to just say men, I'm going to say us. Us men need to do better. Like, we'll have something good, and because a thought came along or she threw herself at you, we kicking the good woman to the curb to go run with this thought girl. Me personally, I can honestly say I never did that, and I honestly will never do such a thing. Because if I have a good woman at home, I'm not leaving her to go kick it with a thought chick. Like, where they do that at? I'm not doing it. And I won't be doing it. Nowadays everybody wants nowadays everybody wants like there are women who shake their ass, show her breast and her private and get 1,000+ likes. A woman who speaks about the social injustice in the community only get 4 likes. That is so true. She don't get 4 likes. I believe it starts during childhood as well, because parents do show examples of what a woman should be like. Many of us are thoughts, and their daughters just imitate the mothers. That is so true. The woman who speaks about the injustice system in our community, if she even gets 4 likes, she might get like 3 likes. 3 likes. But then this thought girl who comes along and she's in pictures in a thong, or she's showing her breasts, or she's doing something with a banana, deep throating a banana. Those are the women that are getting like over 50,000 views or 50,000 likes. But the woman who's talking about what's going on in our community, she only get 2 or 3 likes. 2 or 3 likes. That's all she gets. So that shows you how that shows you the type of world we living in and what we dealing with. You got to degrade yourself and sell yourself to become popular. But the woman who go out there, bust her ass, get her degree, want to be something in life, want to be successful, want to be an entrepreneur, just want to be something in life. She don't get that many likes. She get 2 or 3 likes the most. But then these thought women come out here and show everything half naked, and they getting the most likes. And you go up in a party or you're walking the street and you see this thought girl, you're like, yo, that's shorty from IG, and then you running over to her, oh, let me get your picture. But the successful soon-to-be lawyer, she's walking and her face is all over Instagram and Facebook. Dudes just walk past her. But the thought women, they're the ones that's getting glorified. Like, I really don't, I don't understand. And it's a lot in this world I won't understand. I know it's probably not meant for me to understand, but it shouldn't be the way that it is. It really shouldn't be the way that it is. This is the world we living in. That's why I salute. I don't know if some people might know him or follow him on Instagram or Facebook, but I salute this upcoming Bronx rapper by the name of My Son. His name is on Instagram. I think his name is My Son the General or My Son General. But I salute that man because he's standing up saying, talking about things that other people are scared to talk about. And that's why I also said about J Spot. I started this to talk about topics that people won't talk about. Because I have a voice and I'm going to let it be heard. Because if you just keep quiet and don't do something about something, it's going to continue happening. So that's why I started J Spot to talk, to be the voice for other people that won't talk about certain situations. I have nothing to hide. So I'm going to talk about whatever I feel fit to talk about, whatever I can relate to, whatever life experiences that I've went through. I'm going to talk about it. I am going to talk about it. And that's why, like I said, I salute that man, My Son, because he's talking and he's being a voice for the people that don't want to talk. And he's also another one. He's on Instagram. He don't get that many. I mean, he get a couple thousands of likes, but it should be more than that. Because what that man is doing, it should be more than that. It should really be more than that. I always salute that man when I see him on Instagram. And if it's something positive he's doing, whether it's a music video, whether he's talking about the injustice in the community, whether he's talking about women's rights, whether he's talking about police brutality on unarmed black men, I always salute that man. Always. Because the positive is not getting recognized. But if you do fuckery and you do cornball shit, that's getting recognized. And it's like, why? Like, we already fighting enough wars as it is. We have to deal with these children that we have to raise, that some kids are being raised in broken homes. Some kids don't know who their father is. Some kids, it's a lot that's going on out here. A lot. And I'm someone who wants to speak up for a lot of children out here. I don't know if I'm sorry, but I want to speak up for a lot of kids out there that are dealing with broken homes and kids that don't have father figures and kids that not getting the love that they deserve. Like, I want to really give back to my community and help out in any way possible. And if the Lord sees fit, and I go with this, so be it. I'm gonna give back, because a lot of these children out here that didn't ask to be here, but they're here and they're suffering. They are really suffering. And you're dealing with like these mothers out here who, like, I can't even call them mothers. I really can't. But it's so much that's going on, and I want to touch so many topics, and I want to shine light on a lot of situations that's not being talked about. Because it's not fair. Like, we should not be paying attention to these thought. We should not be paying attention and glorifying these home wreckers. Like, we should not be glorifying them. Who we should be glorifying are the women who go out there, the men who go out there, do what they have to do to take care of their family, raise their children. They're in their children's lives. Those are the people we need to glorify and talk about. Those are the things that should go viral. Just last week, my topic I was talking about child support and the war on dads. It's really a war out here with child support and these dads. And when I say dads, I'm talking about the dads who are really in their kids' lives. The dads who do for their kids. But because they part ways with the mother want to be bitter and hurt them financially. Just last week I talked about that. And I have so much more to talk about, but I'm going at a pace I feel fit. Because it's so much I have to talk about, and everyone out there that tune into my episodes, you will see that it's so much I have on my mind. Like I have over literally over 30 years of things to talk about. I don't talk about them as yet because, like I said, I'm going in my own pace. But it will get talked about. It will get talked about. But to the good women out there that still have good morals, that still have good principles, that still believe in the old-fashioned love, just don't settle. Don't settle. If you're dealing with a dude and he leaves you for a thought, it's his loss, not your loss. It's his loss. His loss, your gain. Because that might be God. That might be God removing him from your life to bring you that person who needs to be in your life. A couple years back, I used to always question situations and things that used to happen to me. I used to be like, yo, why is this happening? Why is this happening? But then when I got to learn a little more about the Bible and about the Lord, I was like, this is God's plan. This is God's plan. I'm not going to question his plan. He know what he's doing for me. And as long as I have faith as little as a mustard seed, I can't go wrong. I deal with a lot in my personal life. A lot. Most people, like when I, conversing with them or whatever, and I tell them a little bit, they be like, yo, I don't know. I couldn't do that. That couldn't be me. But I got through it by the grace of God. The grace of God is how I got through it and how I am continuing to get through it. You just got to have that faith. That's all. Have that faith and you can't go wrong. So like I said to them women out there, like, you just keep pushing. Just keep pushing. God's going to answer all your prayers or all your tears. He's going to bring that person in your life who belongs in your life and who's going to stay in your life. And it's like Brown said, I'm sorry. It's like Brown said, relationships go through problems. They do go through problems. But it's the relationships that go through those problems that were meant to break you, but it didn't break y'all. It came and then it just went. Because why? Y'all stood firm and y'all stood tall on what y'all have. And that's another thing too with a lot of relationships. People give up too easily. Now, if you know something is meant to be, and you just know it in your heart or you feel it, fight for it. But if you know it's not meant to be, or you have doubts about it, then let it go. That's God giving you a hint. Let it go. So many hints I was given, I didn't acknowledge them back then. I just recently acknowledged them, and I had to part ways with who I was dealing with at that time. But part ways, and then of course, the bitterness comes and the drama, and I just smile at it and just keep thanking God. That's all. Just keep smiling and keep thanking God, because no man or woman should be in a relationship and dealing with stress and angry all the time. And yeah, no man or woman should go through that. But that's what we talk about, man. I'm just trying to bring the positive energy out there, and hope it gets seen and noticed, and it helps someone out that's dealing with the topics I talk about. That's why I salute and I appreciate everyone who shares my topics, who post it on their wall. If you're on Twitter, if you tweet it, I appreciate you guys, because I can't do this without you guys. I can't. So I thank you for being loyal. I'm on my 16th episode, and I'm just trying to keep pushing and go higher and higher and higher. That's all I'm trying to do, because it's going to be a point in time someone going to, be on YouTube or Facebook, and they're going to come across my episode, and they might see a topic, and they'll be like, yo, I could relate that. And they're going to click on it, and they're going to get some information. They're going to hear something they never heard before. And it might help them out. It might save their life. They're not like topics can help out and save someone's life. Believe it or not. But to the men out there, if you had a good woman, or you have a good woman, and you kicked her to the curb for a thought, and you wife that thought, the joke's really on you. The joke is really on you. Because what that good woman was giving you and doing for you, I highly doubt that thought is going to do for you. I highly doubt it. So really and truly, the joke is on you. Not on the good woman. Yeah, you're going to be stressed. You're going to be upset. She lost her significant other or her husband to a thought, whatever. But it might be a part of God's plan. He might be removing that man from her life for a reason. So never question God's plan, or never question God's word. Absolutely never. It's crazy. We'll see how 2017, how this summer's gonna look with these Thots. If these Thots are gonna be winning this summer, because it's been times I was like, oh yeah, this the last summer, Thots ain't gonna win next year. This the last summer, Thots ain't gonna win next year, and then I was wrong. I can admit it, I was wrong, because the Thots ended up winning that same summer again. They kept winning. They kept on winning. But we'll see how 2017 summer looks. We'll see how it plays out. We will see how it plays out. But like I said, you leave a good woman, you leave a great woman, you leave a woman who was down with you from day one, from when you didn't have anything, and you play her to go give a thought some love. The joke is really on you. The joke is really on you. But as always, to my family, my Facebook family, if there's anything you guys want to talk about, any topics, anything you want to, want me to elaborate on, Like I always say, you can shoot me an email and we take it from there. And my email address is actorjrichards@gmail.com. Once again, that email address is actorjrichards@gmail.com. And just shoot me an email, and anything you want to talk about, we could talk about it. We could elaborate on it. We could bring it to life. But I'm going to get out of here now. I want to thank everyone for who tuned in. All those who clicked the thumbs up button, the heart button. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you for always giving me an hour of your time. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you, Brown. Thank you. Salute. I appreciate you for always tuning in, man. I really appreciate it. Tisha, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Thank you. Like I said, I can't make any of this possible without you guys, because I need your help. I need you guys to, hear me out. I need you guys to share the topics. I need you guys to give me an hour of your time. So I thank you guys for tuning in, and I will catch you guys next week, same time, same channel, and we'll take it from there. So salute, and everyone enjoy the rest of your week as well as your weekend. Thank you.